Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because the latest whispers around the NFL are sparking a lot of buzz, especially among Bills fans. Rumor has it that the Buffalo Bills are eyeing a blockbuster move in the upcoming offseason, specifically the potential acquisition of Will Anderson Jr. from the Houston Texans. This isn't just a casual rumor. It's being discussed with some serious weight behind it. And if it materializes, it could be one of those moves that reshapes the entire AFC landscape, especially for Buffalo's Super Bowl aspirations. Now, to understand why this could be such a game changer, let's dive into what makes Will Anderson Jr. such a hot commodity right now. For those who may not be fully caught up, Anderson has been one of the most explosive edge rushers in the league since entering the NFL. In his career so far, he's played 42 games and accumulated an impressive 28. 5 sacks, along with 102 QB hits. That's a level of production that commands attention. He's been a constant threat off the edge, capable of collapsing pockets and creating chaos for opposing quarterbacks. Last season alone, Anderson racked up 9 games with a total of 46 tackles, including 32 solo stops and an incredible 5 sacks, which ranked him among the top 5 at his position. What's really eye-catching about Anderson is his relentless motor. He simply doesn't stop. His pressure rate, which hovers around 27%, combined with a PFF grade of 91, underscores just how disruptive he can be. He's the kind of player who can change the complexion of a game with his ability to generate sacks, force turnovers, and pressure quarterbacks into mistakes. His career stats show a high win rate at the point of contact, around 58% in contested rushes, and his ability to produce splash plays is undeniable. And he's still young, with plenty of room to grow, especially considering his explosive 2025 season where he's projected to explode even further, potentially adding 15 or more sacks to his tally. Now, this potential move isn't just about adding another pass rusher. It's about transforming the Bills' entire defensive front, elevating their pass rush to elite levels, and giving the team a truly unstoppable weapon. With Von Miller returning from his injury, pairing him with Anderson could turn the Bills' defense into a nightmare for any quarterback. Miller, who recorded 6 sacks in 2025 with a PFF grade of 87.4, would form a dynamic duo with Anderson, creating pressure on opposing offenses that would be nearly impossible to handle. Imagine the pressure rates, the sacks, and the turnovers this duo could rack up, especially considering how the Bills' defense has been trending upwards this season. But wait, it's not just about defense. The Bills' offense would benefit immensely as well. With a more consistent and disruptive pass rush, opponents would be forced into longer third-down situations, which Buffalo could capitalize on with their secondary and linebacker core. Plus, the offensive line, which has been solid but could always use more help, would find relief knowing that their quarterback is less likely to face relentless pressure. Josh Allen, who's become known for his ability to extend plays and make magic happen, would thrive even more with the added protection and chaos Anderson could bring. So, let's talk about the specifics of this potential deal. According to some insider reports, the Bills are willing to send a first-round pick in the 2026 draft plus a second-round pick in 2027 to the Texans in exchange for Anderson. The Texans, sitting at 4-5, are in a bit of a rebuild mode. They've got a young quarterback in C.J. Stroud, who's been showing flashes but also dealing with a shoulder injury that sidelined him in Week 5. Houston is currently balancing between developing their future and making strategic moves to rebuild quickly. They've got $22 million in cap space, which they could use to retool their roster, especially on the offensive line and secondary. The Texans are also looking to avoid the massive $22 million cap hit they face if they hold onto Anderson and let him walk in free agency after the season. Instead, they're prioritizing a rebuild, focusing on protecting their young QB and building around him, which means they're willing to move Anderson for picks that could accelerate their rebuild. Houston's recent struggles, losing 4 of their last 6 games, are part of that strategic shift, as they look to shore up their defense through the draft and free agency, rather than paying top dollar for a player they might lose in free agency anyway. Now, why would the Bills be so interested? Well, the Bills' defense has been trending in the right direction, but they're missing that game-changing edge rusher who can consistently get after the quarterback. Greg Rousseau has shown promise, but Anderson's elite motor and ability to explode onto the scene would make him the perfect complement to Von Miller. The Bills' pass rush has been solid but not elite, and adding Anderson could push them into that top-tier conversation, especially considering how much of a difference a disruptive pass rusher makes in today's NFL. From an analytical standpoint, Anderson's impact metrics are off the charts. His pressure rate and win percentage in rushing situations make him a borderline elite talent. His ability to generate pressure and sacks leads directly to turnovers, and the Bills have been a team that capitalizes on those mistakes. With Anderson, the Bills could see a marked increase in their sack total, which would translate into more third-and-long situations for opponents, perfect for Buffalo's opportunistic defense to strike. And let's not forget, the Bills are in a prime position to make a serious Super Bowl run. Their offense is explosive, led by Josh Allen and the rising Kincaid, who has been a matchup nightmare with over 500 yards receiving this season. Allen's ability to extend plays and make throws on the run makes him even more dangerous with a relentless pass rush coming from the other side. The addition of Anderson could elevate the Bills' defense from good to dominant, making them one of the best teams in the league at forcing turnovers and shutting down opposing offenses. Looking ahead, the Bills' Super Bowl odds have shifted favorably in recent weeks, moving from around plus 1,200 to plus 700. That's a significant jump, and it shows how much the betting markets believe that with the right moves, Buffalo could be the team to beat in the AFC. The AFC is loaded with talented teams like Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Jacksonville, but Buffalo's combination of a potent offense and a revamped, aggressive defense could give them the edge they need. And Anderson's addition would be the cherry on top, allowing Buffalo to establish a dominant front that could dictate terms in every game they play. Of course, all of this hinges on the deal actually happening. The NFL trade deadline is always full of surprises, and while this is still speculation, the signs point to a real possibility. The Bills are known for their aggressive approach and willingness to make bold moves if it means winning now. They've shown patience and strategic planning over the years, and acquiring a player like Anderson could be that bold step needed to push them over the edge. So, what does this all mean for Bills fans? It's exciting, honestly. It's the kind of move that gets fans dreaming about another Super Bowl run, especially when you consider how much Anderson could elevate the entire team. The Bills have been building a strong core, with Allen, Kincaid, and their secondary playing at a high level, and now adding an elite pass rusher could be that missing piece to finally push them into the championship conversation. The AFC is always competitive, but with Anderson on board, the Bills could be the team everyone fears come playoff time. Now I want to hear from all of you. What do you think about this potential trade? Are you excited about the idea of Will Anderson Jr. in a Bills uniform? Do you believe he can be the game changer that propels Buffalo to the Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us, and of course to the Bills as well. This is a moment that could define the franchise's future, and I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Buffalo Bills news. We're in this together, and I can't wait to see where this story goes.